Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Warrior Fieldhouse in Anadarko, where the Indians are preparing for the first round of the Anadarko Invitational. Slated to take on the Fighting Chicks of Chickasha, Oklahoma. Reno comes in 4-2 on the season. The Lady Indians escaped earlier this afternoon with a 105-5 victory against an outmatched Capitol Hill Lady Red Wolves. We're about 9 minutes from tip-off. And if you were scheduled to go to Jinx Simmons tonight for the wrestling duel, that duel has been postponed and rescheduled for the 25th of January. Stay with us right here. We'll bring all your action from tip-off to buzzer. You're watching El Reno Basketball, ElRenoIndians.tv. And with less than 60 seconds in the warm-up period, El Reno slated to take on the Fighting Chicks of Chickasha. And we welcome Kurt Parker again as our analyst, a state championship winning coach in his own right and an instructional coach for El Reno Public Schools. So if you're a parent or supporter of El Reno Public Schools and you see Kurt, give him a big thanks. He works with the teachers to make them better at their job, which improves the educational experience for your sons, daughters, and friends who attend El Reno Public Schools. That's why we missed him during the girls' game. He was working on making the folks within the El Reno School District better at what they do.
That's right. That's right. It's a lot of fun. Have a great time with. We got a couple of new teachers even, so.
I do not have a roster for the Chicks, but if we have any Chickasha fans watching, we'll do our very best to bring you a number. Starting lineup for them tonight is number 3, number 4, number 15, number 5. We'll bring you the last one when he hops up here. And 32, the first 5 for the Chicks this afternoon. And the Indians will be the home team. They're in their white-on-white home uniforms. Chickasha wearing the gold with purple piping. And as you're watching at home, the El Reno will be attacking from the right to the left, and then they'll switch. And starting for El Reno, number 1, Carter Roman nose. Matthew Tofi. Senior number 5, Dominic Havern, the floor general. Evan Roman nose. And 35, James Revelis. Rounds out the starting 5. Your head coach, Rodney Hayden. He's assisted by Tyler Hill, Brian Workman, and Gavin Beavers. Managers are Rhiann Gilliand, Micah Woods, and Micah Lumpmouth. Coach Hayden's also the athletic director. Head athletic trainer Alex Bray. High school principal is Tim Pound. Superintendent of schools is Craig McVeigh. Although his tenure is coming to an end, more than 30 years in public education, he's slated to retire at the end of the academic year. And the school board has promoted assistant superintendent Matt Goucher, an El Reno native, a longtime football coach, biology teacher, and principal. Now assistant superintendent. He'll be starting his role as the head superintendent, I believe, July 1st. Correct. Will be his first official day as the man in the hot seat.
Yes. Yeah, we're excited to have him.
Absolutely.
Nobody loves El Reno and knows more about El Reno than Matt Goucher, so we're excited to have him leading the charge for us. And wishing Craig the best.
Oh, absolutely. And if Craig's earned that retirement. He's been everything from a baseball and football, and big 3 from the corner there by Romanos. Get it started long, no good. Foul over the top. They're going to get Matt for that. Good call there by the officials. Displaced the blocking out Chick there. Interesting decision early here by the Fighting Chicks. They didn't contest the tip. They stood in the circle for the sake of occupying the space. Revelis defensed the tip into the backcourt. El Reno with the first offensive possession, but definitely a size mismatch. They don't have a ton of height anyway, and the size they didn't have in the circle. So probably more of a pragmatic decision maybe than a strategic one there to start the contest.
Yes, and this is one of the few times that we've actually been able to call Revelis the big man in the middle.
Absolutely. Good defense there. Shot fake. Good reverse pass. Tofi, the running one-hander, no good. Revelis keeps it alive. Tofi actually ends up rebounding his own miss there. And the freshman Roman nose.
Yeah.
Sorry, the junior Evan Romanos, on the drive there. He's going to draw the foul.
Yeah, great pass right there. Great find by Tofi. He gets the offensive board, and he finds his man.
El Reno to run their baseline out of bounds, and a little 14-footer by Revelis, no good, but Dominic Havern cleans up the trash. Quick out to Carter Roman knows the freshman, and he's going to draw first blood. El Reno leading by 3 and into the press early. Good effort there by Carter Romanos to fill on that deflection.
Good save by his brother.
Yeah, and the elder Romanos able to keep the ball in play. Rhythm 3 by Tofi off the pass from Havern, no good.
Early on, very good ball movement by the Indians and good pressure on defense as well.
Absolutely. That on-ball pressure can force those miscommunications. Point guard there looking for a cutting Chick. The Chick really, when a V-cut, he came in and back out. And the point guard wanted him to continue that cut so he could throw a little bit of a modified backdoor type look there.
And Dom did an excellent job denying that pass, and that's why they threw it away.
Great high-low pass to Revelis. He's triple team there. Great out. Great pass to the corner. Rhythm 3 by Havern. Knocks that down. 6-0 lead early. Dominic Havern, not known as a sharpshooter, but if you're able to get good shots in rhythm early, helps build the confidence, shoot the ball with confidence throughout the contest. Good defense by Revelis. Get those hands up. Keep those feet on the floor.
That's right.
If it goes in over the top of you, great athletic move.
Tofi just a little bit too tall, but great idea. Had a cutting Carter Roman nose and just overthrew him just a bit. But El Reno looking really good early on.
Another key, as it has been all year, can Revelis. He does have some help on the bench, but his ability to stay out of foul trouble and, again, give quality minutes, albeit a lot of them.
Yes.
But quality minutes. And against this Chickasha team specifically, it's a bit of a matchup issue. If they put a big on him, he can shoot the mid-range. If they guard the mid-range, then he's got a size advantage, and they're gonna post him up.
A good run out by Dom.
Absolutely. And I think a good no call by the official there. Dom a little bit off balance and out of control.
Yes.
The Chickasha defender had a good angle, made a straight move. They're going to get a foul here.
Yeah. You know, we've talked about the hesitation, and we talked about the Titana Blackout that does that so well. And right then, that would have been a perfect opportunity if he would have just taken a little jump stop, take a little breath, and then he had a cutting Revelis right behind him.
Absolutely, and that first free throw up and no good. That foul called against Carter Roman knows. And sometimes, especially as a point guard, where your mentality is to pass first.
Correct.
That basket gets really big.
Yeah.
When you see that.
Yes. Yeah, and like you said, Dom is not the kind of shooting point guard. He is the floor general.
Absolutely.
And he really makes everybody better.
Great move by Revelis.
Yes.
Very much like a receiver coming off a double move.
Yeah.
Showed middle, came back out to the outside. Yeah. Nice, easy layup there. 8-0 now, the Indian lead early in this one. As we near halfway through the first quarter, 4:40 to play, El Reno leading 8-0 in the first round of the
I can honestly say I've seen few posts work any harder than Revelis to get open.
Absolutely. And he's shooting well from the field, shooting over 60% from the field. And from the first game through now, these freshmen who are getting 3 by Chickasha over there scoring, the freshmen who are getting lots of minutes, starting to see their games mature, their decision-making improve, and you can't see it behind their eyes, but the game is slowing down to them. The single biggest difference between the junior varsity or the freshman leagues and the varsity leagues is the speed of the game.
Yes.
And the only way to work through that speed is to play a bunch of quarters. And a great move by James Revelis.
Great steal by Tofi.
See if we can get 4 out of this. No good, but great defense by Carter Roman, or great offensive rebound by Carter Roman. Nose up and in.
You bet.
And a timeout called, 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. The Chickasha coach none too happy with his team's effort there as he circles them up and reads them the riot act a little bit. And poor blockouts on that defensive possession by the Chicks there.
Yeah.
Which gave Carter Roman knows great timing. He's a good jumper, got a good vertical jump. He's able to pull that ball off the high point, off the rim. Nice, easy lay-in basket.
Yeah. And I will say that the Indians are very much pursuing offensive boards. In the last couple of games, we saw that against Piedmont.
Absolutely.
Right before Christmas break, and they were crashing the boards, and they're reading each other, what they're doing. Am I on the offside block because he's shooting long and I'm going to get that offside board?
Absolutely.
And they're really doing a good job reading each other and their strengths. And we've got speaking of one of the freshmen, we've got one of them in on the floor now.
Yeah, Rossi Harjo has checked in 15 as the reserve point guard, and 21, Jonathan Reed, the 5'11 freshman, checks in. And another forced turnover, as Evan Roman knows. Great move. It's been to his benefit, lefty there. He makes the steal with the left hand on the near side sideline, tips it out, pushes it out with that outside hand to avoid the offensive foul, which is his left hand, attacks the basket. And good to Chickasha's credit, good foul by number 5, no easy baskets. Make Romanos go to the line, knock these down here.
Exactly.
First one up and in. 13-3 now the lead. And to Revela's credit, second one, no good back iron. To Revela's credit, he's been playing well over 30. He's averaging well over 30 minutes a contest, including several minutes deep into both overtimes of that McGinnis game.
Yes. In that McGinnis game, I think he realized that he needed to, I talked to his dad after the game, and I think he realized that he needed to get in better shape as far as his lung capacity, and so he wouldn't cramp up. And he's done that admirably.
And basketball is one of those unique sports, unlike really maybe other than wrestling, unlike anything else. There's an extensive break in the middle of the season. Long three from the corner by Chickasha, good. Extensive break in the middle of the season, El Reno leading 13-6. And that, if an athlete takes advantage of that, it's to their benefit. But if they're not working, they're functionally, and a great move by Revelis to attack the basket, but a hard fall on the left shoulder there.
Yeah, I love the way he hesitated and act like he was going to pass out, and then drew them into the thought that he was going to pass because he was doubled, and then he split the double.
Absolutely.
And, just a great job getting to the basket.
First Revelis free throw up and in, 14-6 now the lead on the back of the James Revelis free throw. And although I haven't talked to Coach Hayden specifically about it, looking at some of the statistics for the first 6 games of the season, Reno's struggling a little bit as a team from the free throw line. So probably, and I didn't attend to practice over the break, but certainly a point of emphasis would be getting reps in at the free throw line.
Absolutely.
A little bit of miscommunication on the press there, but if you're going to press, as Coach Hayden likes to do, you have to be willing to give up some transition baskets. Not a bunch, but you have to be willing to give up a few transition baskets because you're going to get some quick turnovers, you're going to get some quick transition opportunities. Looks like Carter actually landed before he got rid of that, but the official didn't make the call, so we'll take it. Long three, no good. And I think if I'm Jonathan Reed here, I'm excited to shoot, but I think I let that ball come to me a little bit, let the game come to me a little bit. Shooting early in the possession, even off an offensive rebound and a reset's functionally a new possession. And shooting early in the possession as opposed to in rhythm can change your mechanics, especially you're fresh into the game, your heart rate's up. And then as opposed to Carter Romanos, he stands over there, lets the ball come to him, and says, when it's my turn, I'll pull the trigger, and if it doesn't go in, I got teammates down there to help me. El Reno leads 18-8 with 1:50 to play in the first.
And Evan did a great job pulling the defense in and then kicking it to little brother, and little brother finished strong.
Absolutely. And a traveling violation called against the Chickasha ball handler. Good call by the official there.
Okay.
It's a Euro step. If you execute it well, if you execute it cleanly, it's not a travel, but it's awfully hard to do. And this is where the average fan doesn't understand the travel rule as it's written. It actually has nothing to do, as you know, Kurt, with the number of steps you take, but rather the status of the pivot foot.
That's right.
And these are the kind of rules that officials sit around drinking coffee talking about, coaches sit around drinking coffee talking about. How can we, within the confines of the rule, and a similar travel call there on Roman knows, how can we, within the confines of the rule, capitalize on the ability to take advantage of it?
Yeah.
Just inside 90 seconds to play, El Reno leads 18-8 in the first quarter over Chickasha in the first round of the Anadarko Invitational. Chickasha's now had 3 threes in the first half, or in the first quarter rather.
And all by number 32.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good spot-up shooter.
Good take by Rossi Harjo there. He took his man off the bounce, got him on his back hip, and when you're in a man-to-man and you beat your defender off the dribble, it's going to stress the defense. Now the defense, you pull them out of position. Coming up on 60 seconds to play. That's a better shot by the freshman there. Still short iron. Great spin move by Revelis. Doesn't finish it
Follow
the first
shot.
time. Keeps it alive. He draws the foul in the and one.
That's one thing that's so tough about Revelis. It is hard to keep him off of that second and third attempt.
Absolutely.
He will go after. He follows his shot. And if you're a young kid out there and you're watching, never say, every shot I put up, I'm going to make.
Absolutely.
Always be ready to follow it. Revelis does a great job.
Shoot with confidence, but be prepared to take advantage of second chance opportunities, offensive rebounds.
Yes.
24, Trey Davis nearly kept that alive, and good challenge by Harjo on the transition pass. He didn't get a hand on it, but he ended up in the middle of that passing lane as the ball came down, and it forced the Chickasha intended receiver, if you will, to break eye contact with that ball, and then ended up chasing it, unable to hang on to it out of bounds in favor of the Indians.
Good job just getting those deflects, and we've talked about how our boys and girls both get a lot of deflects. And pretty soon those turnovers happen because of them.
Absolutely. Inside 30 seconds to play. El Reno leading 20-11 in the first. A turnover there. Good block. Oh, and they're going to get Revelis for the push. I think that's a good call there. Good block, but he got him with the body coming through. And Revelis, unfortunately, in that transition sequence, just because of the way the ball came out on that fast break, Revelis was on an island.
Yeah.
He had to be responsible for basket, ball, and backside help. And that's a pretty tall ask for even the best defenders, even those who are playing in big arenas. First free throw up and in for the
one of the things about James, though, is if he goes to the bench in foul trouble, that's like giving up 10 points. So go ahead and give up a layup in that instance.
Absolutely.
Because you've got a good foul shooter anyway, so he's going to capitalize from the line. So just give yourself more time in the game.
Absolutely.
Because that's going to be more beneficial to us.
And with 16 seconds on the clock out of transition, you've got the opportunity to get a quick fast break and a quick point, a quick basket at the end of the buzzer. Long three by Carter near the buzzer, no good. Lot of contact there against Trey Davis. Into the first quarter, El Reno leads 20-12. Possession arrow favoring the Chicks. You're watching El Reno basketball. We'll be right back. We're clear. They've got this.
Trey's working hard inside there. He's got to get
That last shot, they knocked the crap out of him, and you got to be able to go to the basket with it.
Especially 5A ball.
Right.
.com right now for more information.
Team up with Pioneer iVideo and start streaming the most popular TV shows and movies from your favorite devices today. Download the iVideo app and start watching anywhere in your home using Pioneer Internet. Each package includes free high-definition and cloud DVR features like video on demand, Restart TV, and Replay TV, just in case you forget to record a program. Visit gopioneer.com for more details and compatible devices. Some restrictions apply.
And we're back to it. 8 minutes on the clock. Chickasha to start the second quarter with the basketball. El Reno leading 20-12. Trey Davis still in the game in relief for James Revelis. He's only got one foul, and Dominic Haver going to be called for that one.
Fouls on El Reno. Number 5, Dominic Haver. His first team fourth.
That ball inbounded. Chickasha to set it up between the circles. Good defense by Trey Davis. Kept his man in front, didn't give him the angle, challenged the shot at the rim. Great drive by the freshman there, Carter Romanos. Hard attack to the basket. He was a little bit out of control, but he still had his man back on his hip, so you can't lift there. You got to stay in the gas all the way to the rim. Try and finish with contact. Even if you can't, you still get a chance at the free throw line there.
On that last defensive play, Trey kept his long arms He's got a long wingspan, and he kept his arms straight up. And so that law of verticality came into play, and he got a little bit of a deflect, but he didn't come down.
Absolutely.
So for a freshman, that's really savvy.
Absolutely. The first free throw up and down for Romano. So is the second. El Reno now with a 10-point lead again, 22-12. We'll see if Tofi is able to handle the cover. And I'll tell you, the build of number 5 for Chickasha, definitely a football player on the little 12-foot pull up there.
Correct.
Reminds me of a Dorian.
Yeah.
And Darius last year.
Yeah. Especially Darius.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Lots of time in the weight room.
Good hold and position. Good kick out.
Absolutely. Good use of leverage there. He's by the big tall freshman there, Trey Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Use his leverage. If you don't have the strength to out-muscle him, use leverage and use better positioning to beat him to the spot. Interesting no call on the drive there. I figured we'd have a hand check. He rode his hip all the way down.
Yes.
But the official there, who's in the lead position there on the inline, the baseline, that hand was on the inside hip, and he's got the outside angle.
Correct.
Can be tough to see.
Yeah. But it was the same call that they made on Dom.
Absolutely.
On our end. Great play.
Yeah, got to be able to finish. And as a true freshman, that shot will mature.
Yes.
If you've never gone out and tried to shoot a jump hook with either hand at a dead sprint, that's a tough shot.
Yes.
If you can get to where you can shoot that consistently, should be a block. And nope, they're going to send it the other way. Inline official's going to get Rossi Harjo. I believe that's his second. That's going to be El Reno's 5th team foul. Check that. They're actually going to get 14 for that, Evan. It's El Reno's 5th team foul. Chickasha's got 6 team fouls, so both teams nearing the bonus. Inside 6.5 to play before halftime. El Reno leading by 8, 22-14 over the Chicks in this opening round contest. 32, another open 3. That one nearly goes in, but short, then long and off.
Yeah, it's a good look, and we can't give him good looks.
Yeah, got to know where he is, have to account for him. Almost to the point that that if you're in that position, you make the decision to give up the layup. Challenge the layup, but cover the shooter. I give up 2 before I give up 3.
Right. Right. Trey did a great job right there. He really went up strong, fought through the contact that time.
Absolutely.
Great job by the young man.
Good and one old school finish, and nice soft touch. Got him the friendly bounce off the front of the rim there. Got a little forward spin on it, drew it in. 25-14 now the lead. Inside 6 to play, El Reno leading by 9. El Reno jumped out to an early lead, and the Chickasha, for the most part, matched them blow for blow. They're a little bit of a hole. Great rhythm 3 by Matt. He'd been trying to get in that rhythm earlier, struggled a little bit earlier in the contest, but a great rhythm 3.
Got another foul on Dom.
Yeah, that's going to be Dom's second foul. Maybe a little bit ill-advised there, 70 feet from the basket. Even if you're beat there, you got 4 guys behind you to help. And Vince Walker's going to check in. James comes back on. Vince Walker, the senior, hasn't had a lot of looks at the basket so far this season, but shooting 90% on the season.
Good defense right there.
Absolutely. A little bit of a risky pass. Able to execute it. Anthony Garcia, rhythm 3, no good. I'm sorry, Vince Walker on the 3 there. Great pass fake by Havern. He wanted to throw it. He saw the help, and he ate it.
Excellent pass
there's a
right
triple
there.
team coming for Revelis. He can't get the roll. He thought he had the roll. 28-16 the lead. Another good defensive decision by Revelis there. Go up, challenge the shot if it goes in.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens in the game of basketball. A little bit out of control there. And Revelis still in there making hustle plays. Nearly got a free possession on that one.
Yeah, he did.
And I actually, let's see, I thought the official pointed in favor of the Indians.
He did, yeah.
Okay.
Indians
that Revelis hustle play, he was able to get just enough of it to push it back in against the gold jersey, keep the ball in play. Good decision by Matt to pull that out. He wanted to go back up with it, but he was And
what the boys have got to understand is they're seeing his numbers and they're getting the ball into him, but they're getting into him low. So get that pass up high where Revelis has to go up and get it, and it makes him a taller person. You're making him a short guy when you're passing it low to his waist.
And to Chickasha's credit, they're forcing Revelis lower and lower. He started posting up about somewhere between the first and second hash mark, and they pushed him where he's about straddling the block. And as a former postman, there's a point where you get too low and you just don't have room to work unless you want to have to complicate things and either spin all the way baseline or go reverse.
Yeah.
Nice, good, soft touch at the rim, gets a shooter's roll there. 29-16 now the lead.
They're also doubling him, and when he kicks it out, I'd like for him to reestablish and them get it right back to him, and that's when they're at their most vulnerable because he can split that double.
Absolutely. And if that double keeps coming, it's from a coaching perspective, you change that matchup and you put that shooter over there and you find that rhythm shooter. Tophi's hit one in rhythm.
Yes.
Jonathan Reed's gotten close. Carter Romanos, I believe, hit 2 in rhythm. Find some of those guys, make them take that position so that now that defender's forced, do I give Revelis a one-on-one matchup that he's going to win, or do I give an open look to a three-point shooter in the corner?
Right.
And they're going to get Revelis on. And I don't like that call.
No.
There's nothing in the rule book, and you hear parents yell this all the time. Oh, he jumped. You don't have to be on the floor. You can go airborne. Yeah. You have from where your feet are on the ground to infinity vertically, as long as you don't move
that law of
forward.
Verticality.
Exactly. The rule of verticality applies there. That free throw, no good. 16-30 the lead. Revelis going to go to the bench in a little bit of foul trouble early, but bringing on Trey Davis. And although Trey Davis is a true freshman, and you do lose a little bit just because of the experience, Trey has a skill set that allows him to be competitive today, right now.
Yes.
Rossi Harjo, the lefty three from the top of the key. Good rhythm shooting by the Indians.
Yes.
Looks like over the Christmas break they got in and used what we call the gun, the shooting machine. That's those shooting machine drills where you come off of the chair, roll off the chair at the top of the key and shoot 10 rolling to your right and 10 rolling to your left. 17-foot pull-up from the corner, good. 32 for number 5, for Chickasha.
32 and 5 seem to be their go-to guys. Number 4 does a really good job driving, and he just made the steal.
Absolutely. Not a great decision. Carter Romanos was trying for the rundown block. If I'm him, I think I just run under the basket. Just go straight. I got basket responsibility there.
Correct.
Instead of trying to time that, the LeBron James chase down block, I think I run to the basket and force a play. Nice soft touch around the rim there by Rossi. 35-20 the lead. And as a primarily right-handed defender, guard and left used to drive me nuts. My timing was off. I didn't defend as well with the left hand. And if you're Rossi Harjo and you know most of your defenders are right-handed, attack them with that left hand, get them out of position.
Trey Davis went up with authority and got that rebound for us. And as a result, we're going to have a run out. And
Rossi's going to go shoot some free throws here.
Absolutely.
Another great play. Trey Davis knew where the runner was, got the ball out early. Rossi knows he's leading the break. He's going to right to the rim. Guys are running lanes beside him, so if the defense collapses, he knows where his passing options are.
Correct. And, if you're an El Reno Indian fan, you need to be excited because we have got freshmen that are playing a lot. They're going to be around. We've got Revelis back for another year. It's going to be a fun run.
Another 2-for-2 trip at the free throw line for the Indians there as well. Absolutely. A lot of youth on the team with some senior leadership. And if you're Coach Hayden, you're liking it. You've got youth coming up who still have a lot of games left in them. And they have the ability to learn. Corner 3 by Chickasha. Game reminds me, Kurt, a little bit of that Piedmont game. El Reno gets on a run, and then the opponents shoot the ball well from the corners. Yes. Piedmont darn near shot themselves back in that one.
Yes.
But timely stops and strong free throw shooting aided the Indians. Good defense by Trey Davis, understanding where he was in space and not displacing the man in front of him. Good rhythm 3 by Tophi. Doesn't fall, nearly got the look, or nearly got the roll, got the look you wanted. I think you're okay with that shot. I think you shoot it again if you get the look. 32 from the corner, no good. Got to block out better there. Late rotation defensively, but still forced the miss.
You know, what a lot of fans don't understand is the block out has as much importance on the perimeter as it does inside the paint.
Absolutely. And another rhythm three. That's the rhythm three Tofi just shot.
Yes.
Didn't fall last trip, nearly fell. Got it that
nice
time.
read.
And Evan Roman read that like a book. That's some of those quarterbacking skills from the gridiron coming in, understanding defenses. And they're going to get Evan Roman for his second foul. Don't know that I love that foul either. A lot of contact. You had to put a whistle on it. I felt like a really good acting job. Sold it well, to Chickasha's credit.
Right. That was actually on Tofi.
Oh,
so he has to
they
say
did.
it with 2 fouls.
They did. Good catch. I thought they had that on Roman Nose, but Tofi coming off a couple of good possessions shooting the ball has to head to the bench.
And, you know, we've said that several times, have to head to the bench, which is great because we've got about 9 deep, 10 deep rotation, and that's a luxury for Coach Hayden to be able to throw those bodies in and keep people fresh.
40-23, the El Reno lead with 68 seconds to play in the first half. See, better defense by Roman to battle that all the way to the rim. Now, good finish by Chickasha,
yes.
But he didn't just try to time the rundown block.
Yes. And, you know, when you've got 2 fouls on Revelis, when you've got Jacob Robertson out for a couple of more games.
Good corner
You're
three.
able to bring freshmen in and big bodies in. Hey, that's just icing on our cake.
Absolutely. And they've got at least one back from injury. Cole Strong, one of the senior guards who comes in in relief, had been fighting a broken hand.
Yes.
And that 2 weeks off during the break is helpful. Did we get a foul or just ball? It looks like ball out of bounds.
Jonathan Reed did a great job. He was straight up. He was moving his feet, and he got a deflect out of bounds. Good job on defense by the young man.
Good effort there. Inside 30 seconds to play, 43-25, the El Reno lead. 43-27. Coach Hayden's going to call his first timeout. Looks like he's going to go ahead and put Dominic Havern in. Very little risk in this decision here. Dom's got 2 fouls, but with 18 and a half seconds remaining in the half, and you've got the ball on offense, you want your floor general out there.
Yes.
El Reno struggled when Dom had to go to the bench and then Revelis had to go to the bench in foul trouble. El Reno's had more turnovers than we would ideally like to see. We ideally want 0, but we're realistic to understand you're not going to pitch a perfect game.
Correct.
Even the Lady Indians earlier in probably a record-setting victory still didn't pitch a perfect game. They still had some turnovers.
That's right.
Your goal is to be perfect and get better from there.
Right, and that's good because Coach Douglas can go back to the game video, even in a 105-5 blowout, and say, this is what we are not executing well.
Absolutely.
And that way, when we get to the playoffs, then we are hitting on all cylinders.
Absolutely. And if Chickasha doesn't get up and press here, look for this ball to just get rolled in. Dom's going to stand right over the top of it and follow it up, and as soon as he senses pressure, he'll pick it up. But you can get a free 6-8 seconds.
Exactly. And up by 16.
Absolutely.
We don't have to score, but if we do, that's just extra.
Exactly. And I certainly can't speak as to Chickasha's ability to play in the 3-quarter or full court. But if you're Chickasha, you got to be up just token pressure, 3-quarter court, just to make El Reno start the clock.
Correct.
Good reverse pivot by Havern there. He's going to pull it up between the circles. 5 seconds on the clock. Rhythm 3 by Jonathan. Does it go? No good. El Reno got the look they wanted, had an opportunity to put back. It doesn't go. Going into the half, El Reno leads 27-43 over the Chicks of Chickasha. You're watching El Reno basketball. We're headed to halftime. We'll see you after the break.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Team up with Pioneer iVideo and start streaming the most popular TV shows and movies from your favorite devices today. Download the iVideo app and start watching anywhere in your home using Pioneer Internet. Each package includes free high-definition and cloud DVR features like video on demand, Restart TV, and Replay TV, just in case you forget to record a program. Visit gopioneer.com for more details and compatible devices. Some restrictions apply.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Team up with Pioneer iVideo and start streaming the most popular TV shows and movies from your favorite devices today. Download the iVideo app and start watching anywhere in your home using Pioneer Internet. Each package includes free high-definition and cloud DVR features like video on demand, Restart TV, and Replay TV, just in case you forget to record a program. Visit gopioneer.com for more details and compatible devices. Some restrictions apply.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back.
It was 0 on the clock. We're back. El Reno has the possession arrow, so they'll start with the ball to start the third quarter. They'll throw it in right in front of us, opposite the scorer's table there at the Warrior Head logo, the midcourt area. Your starting 5 in the second half: Dominic Havern back on as the point guard, Evan Roman Nose, Matt Tofi, Carter Roman Nose, and James Revelis. Back to the starting 5 as Dom takes the inbounds, advances it into the front court. We're back underway. El Reno leading 43-27. Great play call to start the half. Not the outcome you wanted, but certainly got you the look that you wanted. An open 3 in the corner by a shooter who shot the ball well. Good defense by Dom to force the travel there. Didn't get the steal, but disrupted the dribble.
Yeah, kept his feet moving, didn't reach.
Absolutely. Both teams empty in their first possession of the second half. This game is likely to come down to consistency. Who can play consistent for the next little less than 16 minutes now? Back to Dom between the circles. He's going to set the offense up. Looks like a little bit of a defensive switch, maybe not in matchup, but in coverage scheme by the Chicks there. And Revelis, again battling at the basket, is going to draw a 2-shot foul.
If you remember the game against Piedmont, that's kind of what they came out and did, a matchup zone.
Absolutely.
And it disrupted a little bit of what we were doing for about a half quarter.
Absolutely. Now, this foul was called on 32, the shooter for the Chicks. He's, I think, single-handedly responsible for the lion's share of the points so far. That's his third foul. And because of, he's what, looks like second tallest guy, maybe tallest guy on the floor right now, he's going to have some sort of matchup responsibility to Revelis. So if you're Coach Hayden or you're the 5 Indians on the floor, you find opportunities. You have to find opportunities to try and take advantage of the fact that he has to be more conservative or he's going to spend a lot of time sitting on the bench watching.
Right.
If he's conservative, you take advantage of it. And if he's going to be aggressive, you just run, for lack of a better term, you run right at his numbers.
Yeah, excellent job there by James with offensive board, and he converted the 2, and he's got a run out right now, but oh, we missed it.
Yep. I think Matt was trying to make sure there
Big man
wasn't.
running the floor. I like it.
Absolutely. I think Matt was looking to make sure there was no backside snake coming or wolf coming. Nice, easy layup. Assist to layup there. 47-27 the lead. El Reno on a 4-0 run.
Beautiful pass by Evan Roman Nose right there, finding the open man.
Absolutely.
Very unselfish basketball by the Indians today. And every game they've played so far this year, they've been very unselfish, looking for one another. And that's just going to make you a more
Absolutely.
difficult team to defend.
And I'm watching the hand gestures of number 5 here. He's kind of handling the point guard duties. That's an interesting finish, but it went in. It's worth the same. He's trying to clear out. He's given a couple of possessions now the clear out sign, which is sort of I want to go one-on-one. So I'm trying to figure out, he's trying to get the matchup on. How in the world, Kurt, do you guard a 12-foot fadeaway that's clean?
Yes. Yeah, and
I mean, ideally, fadeaways statistically aren't great shots, but if you can shoot it with consistency, it's impossible to guard.
that is correct. Really good defense by Dom right there,
Yep.
straight up.
They
moved
tried
his
to
feet
force the
again.
foul, and he wasn't going to take the bait.
He didn't bite.
Absolutely. Great pass, rhythm 3, no good, but a good board by Dominic
Shortest man
Havern.
on the floor.
Absolutely.
Good job, Dom.
Revlis with the 15-foot set shot. We saw it in the ladies' game. We're seeing it in the men's game, the two-handed set shot. We're
Yes.
flashback to the Pete Maravich LSU
Yes.
days. Haven't seen one of those in a while, but if it goes in, shoot it. Good
Yes.
defense by Dominic Havern. They tried to lower the shoulder. He stood his ground. He's entitled to do that.
Yes.
And the ball handler was so worried about trying to draw the charge, he lost control of the basketball, threw it out of bounds, and El Reno's going to inbound. They're going to get a free possession functionally here. 5.5 to play. El Reno up 20.
Again, it's one of those deflects that we talked about that is so very important, and then it makes you
Absolutely.
second-guess yourself.
Great pass by Revlis. Carter Roman knows the Dom in the corner. Rhythm 3. Didn't go, but a good look. And credit Chickasha for finishing that play.
Absolutely.
And then a great hands by Carter Romanos. Tip it out to the elder Romanos.
Beautiful
and an assist
pass.
and score
Yes.
the basket.
That's a way to play ball.
And if you've got kids that you coach, or if you're a young basketball player and want to learn how to execute a fast break, go back and watch that play.
That's right.
Chickasha's going to call a timeout. This is going to be a 60-second timeout. I think he used his first 2 30-second timeouts in the first half. It is a 60-second timeout. 53-31 the El Reno lead. You're watching El Reno basketball. We'll be right back after the break.
Always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples, Nix, and Diesel Horst, and we are here to help.
.507 to play in the third. El Reno leads 53-31 after the timeout called by the Chicks. Don't have a timeout indicator on the board. I believe that's their second or third. I know we called a 30-second timeout in the first half. I think he may have called both of his 30-second timeouts in the first half. Tofai to the line to finish the back end of the old-fashioned three-point play, and he does. 31-54 now the lead. El Reno sticking with their person.
Back to what you were talking about, our free throw percentage is very good today. The boys are concentrating when they go to the line.
Absolutely.
And I will guarantee you that's something Coach Hayden addressed during the break.
And if, a lot of times free throw percentages and efficiency can suffer if you're not completely conditioned. And
That's right.
In high school, if you're a multi-sport athlete and you have the athleticism and discipline to do it, one of the back sides of that, and great effort by James to draw the foul there, one of the back sides of that is football conditioning is different than basketball conditioning.
Oh, sure.
And every basketball coach who's ever coached football players will tell you, you make it to Christmas, sub it when you can, and then the first half of Christmas is conditioning. And you get their heart rates up, you get them breathing hard, that first one up and in, and then you make them shoot free throws.
That's
and
right.
you make them shoot free throws, and you get them winded, and every day their conditioning gets a little bit better, and then coming off of a wind sprint, their heart rate's not up,
That's right.
their respiration rate's not up, and they're able to go and control those factors at the free throw line, and we're starting to see the difference in the conditioning.
Yeah.
And it's not a negative effect. It's not a negative factor on these athletes. It's just the nature of the beast. Football conditioning and basketball conditioning are different. Soccer conditioning and basketball conditioning is different.
Well, and here's the other thing. You're going
Great
up,
drive.
You're going up and down the floor. And so I have seen other coaches just, have them to saunter up to the line and all of that's well and good. And, muscle memory reflex and all that good stuff. But you are running up and down the floor, and you are breathing hard, so you have to get your breathing under control. You have 10 seconds to shoot that free throw.
Absolutely. And a
great
three-point
defense.
basket by Carter Romanos. Can't capitalize there, but a great effort by Romanos. A toe 5 for 2. Just like that, El Reno opens the lead up by 30, 61-31.
The hustle plays and the deflects are
Absolutely.
right now really taking their toll on the Chickasha offense, and the press break is not there anymore.
Absolutely. And if you're Coach Hayden, you got to love the way your guys came out to start the second half.
That's right.
Had a few hiccups in the first half, but overall I think a good first half. But so far the second half has been well executed.
Well,
Not a lot of
Breathless
miscues.
hasn't done it all. He got the rebound, went coast to coast, made an assist.
And he's getting ready to go score here. And he had a look at it. I wonder, it looks like he's got a sub coming possibly here. Great job by Dom to bait the charge. It was a 2-on-1 situation. He feinted, leaking out to cover the dump pass.
Yeah.
And he got in that perfect position. And we saw, and I know, Kurt, you weren't here for the girls' game. You watched it, of course, from your office. But
yes.
One of the things we saw with Titana Woods Black Owl, and this is for everybody at home, whether you're a coach or a player, if you want to take a charge, one of the things you have to do is you have to tuck that chin and put it right on top of your throat.
Mm-hmm.
Because if your head bounces off that floor,
yes,
there's all kinds of head injury, concussion precautions. Titana hit the floor, glasses went flying. She ended up being okay, came back in, continued to play well that game. James Revelis for another 2. But one of the things you've got to be careful of, if you want to take charges, and every coach wants a kid who's going to get in position to take charges.
Yeah.
You have to be in the physical position as well, protecting the body, chin down, elbows in, and you got to be willing to get run over.
Going back to that last play, James came from the offside, did a diagonal cut, but he set his man up first.
Absolutely.
Like he was going out to the perimeter to get the ball and to reverse it. Instead, he faked him inside and
great closeout by Rossi there.
Yes.
Your instinct when you see that shooter is just to fly at him, jump up in the air and try to – you understand statistically that's going to be a high arcing shot. It's a 20-foot 3 from the corner. Stay down, close out, chop those feet, make the shoe squeak, chop those feet, keep those hips down, challenge the shot. If it goes in, it goes in. Right. But you certainly don't want to make it worse by fouling in the process. And Trey Davis going to get called for the foul there. Good defensive effort. I think it was a 50-50 ball. The officials could have passed on that, decided to put the whistle on it. A little bit of it is, I think there, a bit of a size mismatch.
Right.
And Trey's just, on that play was a lot more physical and ended up getting whistled for the foul. I think it's a fine call. I think it's a fine play. It's not a huge foul to give up there. It's his first foul of the game. But I also think it's a 50-50 ball.
Yeah, I agree.
I think if the officials passed on it, they're right. But I think if they call the foul there like they did, I think they're also right.
Yeah.
Three ball by Rossi, no good, but ball's ping-ponging around. And credit Chickasha, they had 3 bodies on the floor there. El Reno only had 1 in the mix. Chickasha had 3 bodies on the floor there. And Evan Romano is going to be called for his second team foul. And if you look at
I was just getting ready to say, we have done such a good job going vertically. We have done such a good job moving our feet and not picking up cheap fouls. And as I said that, then we came over the back.
Absolutely.
And, again, that's one of those things that they're going to call that every time.
Absolutely.
Not every time, but 9 out of 10.
Yeah. 65-35 now the lead. 2 minutes 7 to play in the third quarter.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Weren't we just up 16 at half?
Yeah, we were.
Okay.
Yeah, El Reno came out, went on a big run early, and blew this thing wide open. Great putback.
Yes.
It was a good shot by Vince and a great putback there. But I don't know if you saw that. When Vince caught it, he actually glanced to his right to figure out, do I want this or is there another shooter over there? I think if you're Vince, you catch that in rhythm and just pull the trigger.
Correct.
And if you're different shooters, as you know, Kurt, they prefer the ball different ways. Some of them want to shoot off the bounce.
Yes.
Or shoot off the dribble. Some want to shoot off the catch.
Uh-huh.
Right? And Vince has had a lot of success when he's shooting off the catch.
Yes.
Which
he
is
has.
Catch, pull the trigger. When he catches and he looks and comes back like he did there, it kind of throws his rhythm off. And that's a muscle memory thing. You shoot 500 in rhythm at the gym, and then you shoot 1 out of rhythm, and it just feels funny when you shoot it.
Yeah. Yeah, on the girls' side of for the Lady Indians, Pauline is very much that same way.
Absolutely.
She's a catch and release shooter, and
now James early in the season against Piedmont specifically had some
nice move by Trey right there.
Absolutely, great defense by the
Yes,
Fighting Chicks there. Give them credit.
Yeah, there is no quitting number 4 for
No.
Chickasha.
No, he doesn't care. He doesn't care what's on the
Good player,
scoreboard.
and he works hard.
Yeah, he doesn't care what the numbers are on the scoreboard. He cares what it says on the front of the shirt. If you've seen the movie Miracle, right, the Miracle on Ice in the Lake Placid games, the U.S. hockey beat the Soviet hockey. You know, the famous saying, play for the name on the front, not the name on the back.
Correct.
Good rhythm 3 there. That one didn't go, but a much more competitive look than the last look he had by Rossi. And number 13, Josiah Revelis, the younger Revelis brother, checks in. He's going to go get his first opportunities at the charity stripe. And you'll look and you'll see that Coach Hayden has seated all of his seniors except Vince. And Vince has traditionally been sort of that backup point guard and multifaceted. He can run the offense. He can play the shooting guard. He can play the small forward position. Really kind of for lack of a better term, a mission-specific player.
Correct.
What matchup do we need to get you in to benefit the team most? And Vince says, hey, whatever matchup you need, you tell me where I need to go, what to do, and I'll go be your man, right?
Yeah, and Coach Hayden is showing his years of experience as a coach. He's got his boys on the bench, his starters on the bench. He's resting them because you've got a game tomorrow night, and you've got a game on Saturday night, and hopefully they're going to be in the championship.
Yeah, in 3 games next week.
Correct.
Home on Tuesday, home on Thursday, at Guthrie on Friday. I mean, you're playing 3 and 4 days again next week.
Yes.
And when you hear, a great look and score the basket. El Reno goes into the final quarter break leading 69-39. You're watching El Reno basketball. We'll be right back.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Going in the fourth quarter, the alternating possession arrow favoring the Chicks, and Chickasha will start the offensive opportunities. Good jumper from number 5. Number 5's had a pretty good game. It's been quiet. I don't have a scorebook in front of me, but he's probably got a dozen or so points. Defensively played a good game. Good effort by 4. Again, this goes back to what you were saying earlier. No quitting 4.
Yes.
2-point foul coming up.
And Josiah will learn this as he grows. I mean, he's just a sophomore. But, you know, fake a pass to make a pass. If he would have faked that pass, the kid jumped in the passing lane, and it was easy pickings for him. And, again, like you said, number 4, when you've got a quick perimeter player like him that does not give up on the play, that's a recipe for disaster.
You can't give up that rebound. You had 4 white jerseys on the lane, 1 gold jersey got the rebound.
And who was it?
Exactly.
Number 4.
Yep.
I wish I knew the kid's name.
Exactly. He deserves to have his name stated on there here.
Yeah.
For sure.
Very good player.
And then you give up the 1-on-4 rebound.
Correct.
And then foul.
Yeah.
And just for the record, just so I feel better, it was still 69-39 They told me it was 68, so I changed it to 68. We came back from break. They put 69 on the board. I was right.
Okay, good.
Not that that's going to matter, one who sits or what sits in the outcome of this game, but I just feel better now. Second free throw up and in. El Reno now leading 69-43. I'll tell you, if you're James Revelis, you got to love this break you're getting here. You've been playing well over 30 minutes of contest and a corner three by the younger Revelis.
Very nice.
You got to love this break you're getting. You've been playing well past 30 minutes a contest, and there's only 32 minutes a game total. And because of that overtime game against, or that double overtime game against McGinnis, he's actually been averaging more than 32 minutes a game.
Correct.
But that McGinnis game went all the way to 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Actually went, 44 minutes? I'm not a math guy, so I don't teach math.
40,
but
yeah.
I think it went 44 minutes by my count. And I think he played probably 40 of those.
Yes.
That free throw up and in. El Reno leading 43-72. Check that 44-72, I'm sorry. And that's a lot of minutes. And 72-45.
What I'm enjoying is you've got the starters over on the bench, and they are cheering.
Absolutely.
And encouraging the younger players.
They're emotionally connected to the game.
Absolutely.
They're mentally connected to the
game. They're still watching. Big smile from James when little brother hit the three.
Exactly. Great pass fake. And you look at home and go, why would you pass fake to the inline? Most of the time, your brain as a defender doesn't process that. It's more reactionary. You see, you may not be aware there's a baseline right there that he's not going to pass to.
Yeah.
Right. So that hard sell, what pass fake, shot fake, anything to create space.
Right. On that shot just then, Trey did a great job. Trey Davis did a great job. That time he followed through.
And
that's what I was just getting ready to say. The first time he had the advantage in height, he just didn't quite follow through. That time he followed through. So great lesson learned by the young man.
Great effort by 32 there for Chickasha for not giving up. He was surrounded by 4 white jerseys and ultimately lost the battle. But he made El Reno fight for every second of trying to secure that loose ball.
Yes.
74-45 the Indian lead as Rossi Harjo, check that. Yeah, that is Rossi. Yeah, Rossi Harjo going to attempt the front end of the bonus foul here. First one's up and in. Shot that one with confidence. The free throw struggles they had before the holiday break. Like to see the confidence they're shooting with at the line here.
I'd like to know what our free throw percentage is tonight. It's, I would say, right at 80%.
Oh, yeah, that sounds probably about right. We've got some stats from prior in the season with us today. We don't have anything real time, but I think you're certainly, it may even be higher than that. Trying to go back in my head and think of how many missed free throws. I think I've only seen 2 missed free throws that I can specifically remember.
Yes.
Maybe 3. Years ago, I saw a study, a guy who probably had more time than any reasonable human should, followed every game of the NCAA tournament statistically, didn't watch every game, but followed them statistically, and he counted up every missed free throw in the NCAA tournament, and he did an analysis and determined that the teams that lost, if they made 50% of the free throws if they made 50% of the free throws that they missed, they win 72% of their games.
Correct.
And, of course, there are probably some weird ones. A team maybe went 2 for 30, and then some nights go 18 for 19, of course. But El Reno leading 76-48. Call that, and they're going to charge that foul to the freshman Roman Nose. Free throw up, rattles down. 76-49, now the lead, 5:12 to play. Both El Reno teams have come out, played well tonight, or today. Of course, statistically, the girls' contest is an anomaly.
Yes.
And to give credit to head coach Jennifer Douglas. Her girls are ready to play. 3 from the younger Revelis, no good, but he fights his way back into it, turns it back over. Freshman mistake there. Instead of trying to force that, go and dribble all the way out, come all the way across the baseline, get all the way out here to this corner, set your offense back up. Good effort there by Carter Romanos, unable to do much with it, but forced the turnover. 4:53. And head coach Jennifer Douglas, her girls were up big early. None of the 8 or 9 in her primary rotation. They came off about 3 minutes into the second quarter and didn't step on the floor the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And you had she played her JV and her deep into her bench the entire second half. Didn't press. And so for those who may be critical of a 105-5 win, my question is, what else do you do? You sat your starters, you called the press off, you played your JV. Yeah. And Capitol Hill's just going through a really difficult period in their women's basketball program.
Right. Right.
I mean, hold it at a half court for 8 minutes. That sort of violates the spirit of sportsmanship.
Well, and here's the other thing. I've been on that side. And when you're playing a team that, like you said, is rebuilding or they're going through times of maybe not as good athletes as they've had in the past.
Absolutely.
When those girls
great 3 in the corner
for your team or your boys from your team that don't get to play most of the time, you're wanting effort out of them.
Absolutely.
I mean, because they're trying to show you as coach, hey, look, I can step in if I need it.
Yeah, they're trying to earn more minutes.
That's exactly true. And it's a very difficult position, but I watched the game, and I thought Coach Douglas did everything she needed to do.
Absolutely. And to Capitol Hill's credit, not one time did they lay down and quit.
No, they didn't.
Their coach kept making adjustments. The girls played hard. On both sides, everybody did what they could do. Long 3, no good. Now Reno's out and running again. Good kick ahead. Romanos needs to run right to the rim here. And he does.
Transition game is looking very good.
It is.
And the other thing is we have got 5 fresh sets or 10 pair of legs.
Exactly.
And they're doing a great job.
Great block.
Trey did a great job. Body control, straight up again, challenge.
Good job there.
Excellent job.
Vince Walker to keep that ball alive. That was very reminiscent of Dennis Rodman. If Rodman didn't have a clean opportunity to rebound, he'd keep that thing alive until he did.
Correct.
And apparently, El Reno's going to let everybody try and flush one. And we're
We're up 35, and Coach Hayden I just looked over there, and he was just shaking his head like,
what are we doing?
This is not what I'm expecting out of my team.
No, absolutely.
Do what you've been taught.
Yeah. It's fun to watch, but that's not part of the Rodney Hayden system.
No.
Great deflection by Cole Strong to kill that break and push the ball the other way here.
And I've been on that bench as a coach, and you're like,
another great pass by Cole Strong for a trail 3. Jonathan Reed's trying so hard to get that ball to fall. And Cole Strong still in there mixing it up.
Good hustle.
Absolutely. And Cole Strong, that's what we were talking about. These are good conditioning minutes for him. He's coming off that broken hand. Missed the first 6 games of the season with a broken hand.
Right. It's good to see him back out there.
Yeah, so even though he's been conditioning, being able to run and do those other things, it's not like riding a bicycle.
Yes.
You haven't been able to shoot a ball
No.
fundamentally with technical proficiency in a while.
Yeah.
It takes some reps.
Right.
Now he can
You're
run
absolutely
for days.
Yes.
He'll run circles around everybody in his building. But it's just one of those things. And these are great minutes.
Yes.
Right, to help work on that touch around the basket. But first
and
minute,
again,
yeah.
We're up 35 like I was talking about with the girls. And these kids get on the floor and
they're still
it's their
running
opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're going to die for the loose balls and they're going to work hard and they're going to say, hey, Coach Hayden, watch me.
Exactly. Cole Strong checks in down there, sprints down, kills the fast break by deflecting what would have been an easy layup, deflects that pass, sprints back down to the other end, dives to save a ball going out of bounds, makes a pass to a wide open Jonathan Reed who shoots the rhythm three. Doesn't go in. Great pass, great shot. You keep throwing that pass, you keep shooting that shot, it's going to go. It looks like we got a new Indian on the floor, 44. I don't have 44 on my roster.
I don't have him either.
But I'll get with Coach Hayden after this contest and get a name. Hopefully we continue to see him throughout the weekend, throughout the season. And there's a young man wearing number 0 for the Indians. Our roster shows Anthony Garcia, but that's certainly not the senior Anthony Garcia. I'm not sure if Anthony may be sick or he could be could be nursing an injury that he picked up over the break. This is going to be last touched by the Indians.
There's still, even though some of our passes have been a little bit hard or not caught, they are still running plays. They're still doing what they have been taught to do and coached to do, and I really like that. And excellent run out.
Yeah. Good effort by Chickasha. They're not laying down either. They've got some of their guys who play deep into the bench as well out here working. Yes. And they're working just as hard deep in their bench as the El Reno bench is working here too.
That's right.
These are still varsity minutes against varsity competition. And if they were playing for another team who didn't have the depth of the seniority, they're very possibly in the lineup too.
Absolutely. That's right.
85-52 the lead with 10 seconds on the clock. Looks like El Reno's going to pull it out, just eat it and run the time off here. Hey, what time do they play tomorrow? I need to make an announcement. They won, so I think the girls play.
And that's the ball game with your final score.
And tomorrow, the El Reno girls will play right back here at 3:20 where they take on the Highlanders of Lawton MacArthur. And the boys, after this win, will also play the next game, same time as right now, 4:40. Well, they will also take on the Highlanders of Lawton MacArthur. On behalf of Kurt Parker, Cole Owen, Coach Hayden, all of us at El Reno Public Schools, we appreciate you tuning in. Log right back in. See us tomorrow afternoon. And big thanks to Tara Robler in the El Reno IT department. She put a button for ElRenoIndians.tv. If you haven't bookmarked it, go to the El Reno Public Schools Athletics website. It's right there at the top. You can hit that button. It takes you right to our stream anytime you need us. We thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you all tomorrow.